Well, good day, and welcome to this Wednesday edition of our midweek devotion here at Clear Lake United Methodist Church. As you can tell, I believe that I'm actually not in my office at the church. I'm in Sigourney right now, recording from our home there, as I will be officiating a funeral in Fairfield in a little while. And so I drove down last night and will be here. And it's good to be back with you after missing last week because I was gone for the Thanksgiving holiday. And as we pick up where we left off in our journey through the book of Psalms, today's reading comes to us from the 19th chapter. It is God's glory in creation in the law, the Psalm of David. The heavens are telling the glory of God, and the firmament proclaims his handiwork. Day to day pours forth speech, and night to night declares knowledge. There is no speech, nor are there words. Their voice is not heard. Yet their voice goes out through all the earth, and their words to the end of the world. In the heavens he has set a tent for the sun, which comes out like a bridegroom from his wedding canopy. Like a strong man runs its course with joy. Its rising is from the end of the heavens, and its circuit to the end of them, and nothing is hid from its heat. The law of the Lord is perfect, reviving the soul. The decrees of the Lord are sure, making wise the simple. The precepts of the Lord are right, rejoicing the heart. The commandment of the Lord is clear, enlightening the eyes. The fear of the Lord is pure, enduring forever. The ordinances of the Lord are true and righteous altogether. More to be desired are they than gold, even much fine gold, sweeter also than honey, and drippings of the honeycomb. Moreover, by them is your servant warned, in keeping them there is great reward. But who can detect their errors? Clear me from hidden faults. Keep back your servant also from the insolent. Do not let them have dominion over me. Then I shall be blameless and innocent of great transgression. Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable to you, O Lord, my rock and my redeemer. In this psalm, what we actually have is a celebration of God's order. The first 6 verses are the heavenly bodies which God created and set in perpetual motion. They continuously speak of God's order and power. In their speech, it differs from human speech, but their words nevertheless attest to God's work. Now, the sun itself is not a god of order, as in the surrounding cultures of the day, but witnesses to God's ordering power. God orders human behavior through the words of the law. Now, 7th through the 14th verses, God orders human behavior through the words of the law, a series of 6 statements extolling the benefits of observing the law. Because of its value for ordering life, one should seek the law above all. The law both saves and condemns. In the 13th verse, we have a plea for protection against those who break the law. And in the final verse, a request that the psalmist's words accord with the divine words, the law. How does this apply to our lives today? Well, the key thing is to always be mindful of the fact that God created everything. And there's glory in that creation. Yes, we know that there's stuff that happens in the world that is not pleasing in God's eyes. But yet, at the end of the day, all of creation is God's. All of creation is good. It's the choices that people make that create the evil in the world. I know it's tough to follow the law, especially when we think of all the laws that have been laid forth in the Old Testament. But the good news is that When Jesus was born, he lived his life and he gave up his life for us. He didn't come to replace the law, he came to fulfill the law. And that through God's grace, through his son Jesus Christ, we can be saved. There's power in that. There's grace in that. There's glory in that creation. There's glory in each and every one of us as we go about living our lives obeying the law. Not only God's laws, but in a way we're also called to obey the laws of the land. Now, I know some of you know that I'm infamous at times for when I'm driving down the road and not always being in my best behavior. When someone pulls out into the fast lane on the interstate and is slow and bogs me down. Some of you know that I do have a heavy foot. And as we go about, and as I go about living my life, I have to remember that I have to obey the laws, God's laws and the law of the land. And there's glory in that obedience. For when we obey God, he is pleased. And I give thanks for that. And the key thing is once we know that we've disobeyed God, that we ask for forgiveness and we repent. And God will grace us with forgiveness. For he continues to love us unconditionally no matter what we do. So my prayer for each and every one of us as we continue to move forward in our lives is to truly realize the glory in creation and the law that was placed there to help guide us in our lives as disciples of Jesus Christ and as God's children. Have a great rest of the week. And also for those of you that have been journeying along, beginning yesterday, the 1st of December, for as we read through the book of Luke from the 1st of December through Christmas Eve. Again, there's 24 chapters. If you read one chapter a day, when we wake up on Christmas morning, we will truly understand the total life of Jesus and who and why we celebrate. God bless and have a great day.